Thank you very much, Sheila. Anyone who listened to my good friend, co-chair, Congressman Reichert from Washington State, if they have any doubt as to the significance not only of this piece of legislation and the other 3 pieces of legislation that we will pursue after this, I don't know what it's going to take, because he was on the front lines. Doesn't have to conjecture. And so I personally thank Chairman Goodlate. I personally thank Ranking Member Conyers, and of course our brothers in the Senate, Senator Cardin, Senator Lindsey Graham. We had a press conference in April and introduced this legislation. And at that press conference was Gina Miller. And Gina Miller was the fiancée of a Washington State trooper, Tony Radaluscu, who was shot at a traffic stop in Washington State and killed. He went to high school in New Jersey. He was a vet from the Gulf War, as many of our police officers are. And I promised Gina I would not take off the wristband she gave me until we pass this legislation. And it is fitting in this month, when we honor all law enforcement, it is fitting that we move this through the House of Representatives. So I'm honored to stand with Dick Reichert as we present this. And I'm honored and thank you all for coming on this piece of legislation. So you've heard the numbers about how many police officers were killed in the line of duty, 2013 and 2014. It is a grave reminder that these attacks are too common in our communities. Last year, we mourned the loss of Jersey City officer Melvin Santiago, who was killed in a line of duty responding to a gang-related robbery. Officer Santiago's death set off a series of targeted threats against New Jersey police officers from the assailants' fellow gang members. The grave risk that our law enforcement officers face was tragically confirmed this past Christmas when an on-duty New York Police Department officers, Ramos and Liu, were murdered while simply sitting in their squad car. When threats like this occur, the rapid dissemination of critical time-sensitive information is essential. And a national blue alert system would provide that in New Jersey and across our nation. So regardless of what aspect you talk about police work, law enforcement, talk must be followed by action. So cops, the police officers, just don't need a pat on the back from us, or we place our grandchildren in the back of the car to see what it's like to sit in a police car. They need our actions here in Washington to help communities throughout America. And so, Mr. Chairman, thank you for putting this before us tonight, and the other bills will follow.
The time of the gentleman has expired.
And I yield back, and I thank you.
The gentleman from New Jersey yields back.